What's up, everyone? Moses here. And today, kind of like a little bit of a different video. It's not a real Path of Exile video. It's just like, my 2 cents on what Path of Exile did to the ARPG world. And in my opinion, it brought amazing things, but it also ruined it for everyone else. Path of Exile is such an amazing genre-defining game that brought so many elements and so much depth to the ARPG genre in the past few years that now every single ARPG that comes out afterwards is completely ruined and cannot, in my opinion, according to vast majority of the internet, be on par on the same category as Path of Exile. Which means we saw this last time with Walson, just released. What was it, 4 or 5 months ago? The internet hated it and kept comparing it to Path of Exile. We now see it with all the mostly negative reviews of Torchlight 3. Just got released a couple of days ago. I'm probably going to stream it. I haven't tested it just yet. I bought it, installed it. Maybe we'll have a stream later today or tomorrow or sometime before the new Path of Exile League that we're going to play. But yeah, as you see, mostly negative reviews. People hate imperfections. And today, it seems, if your game is anything less then perfect. 99.9%. Not that Torchlight 3 is 99.9%, not even close, according to reviews. Again, I haven't played it. But today it seems that the internet is completely unforgiving to any kind of imperfections that you may have in your game, so you may not release it. Even considering that this is an early access game, people are completely hating on everything that is not exactly as they hoped, exactly as they want. And I don't know. I mean, there's also room for things that are not Path of Exile. There are a lot of people that, not really playing as much as it would require you to play Path of Exile in order to achieve greatness. There's a lot of people that are just not willing to mentally invest because Path of Exile, for example, is a game that requires like literal study. Like you need to study this game and you need to study it seriously over years to be any good at it, right? It's either that or you copy builds, but even when you copy builds, you're not really sure what you're doing or why you're doing it, so it ends up like playing pretty simplistic for you. It has so many systems and it's just very overwhelming, right? And then when a game like Torchlight 3 comes out, and granted it does have kind of like an old school methodology of like small skill trees, very kind of like limited amount of skills. Again, early access, people are just brutally murdering it. And I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with like the like this generation mentality of just like being vocal and amplifying voices of hate, right? Instead of just like listening to what's going on, and just give the game a chance and be have kind of like a sober view on why, for example, a company, Torchlight, well, I'm not sure what they're called, the actual company, but like why would Torchlight release an early access product like that right now, for example? They're not like, people are not considering why things happen the way they do, and they're really not giving anything an actual chance, which is too bad. If you guys know me or don't know me, you can check out a couple months ago. I played Torchlight Frontiers, right? Before it was called Torchlight 3, it was Torchlight Frontiers. I made several videos. I think I streamed it for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe several weeks, and I focused on every class. I reached endgame. I had like level 60 characters, and you know what? I actually had quite a bit of fun from that game. And I didn't get the chance to check out Torchlight 3, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. But again, when I was my kind of like my state of mind and my way of thought when I entered Torchlight, I'm not comparing it to anything else. And if you know me, that's kind of like my stance on anything really. I look at it as what's in front of me. Uh, Forgetting everything else I know and just trying to focus on what I see and objectively think to myself, do I have a good time playing this, or am I having a bad time? That's what it all comes down to, in my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. Don't hate on me. And for me, when it comes to Wolcen, yes, the answer was yes. I played it. I learned, the exploring the new game and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm thinking about Torchlight 3, and I'm thinking how I felt back when I played it several months back. I had a freaking blast, So the game is in early access. There's definitely a lot of content. I've read some of the positive reviews. There's definitely a lot of content that they're going to add to the final release of the official release of the game. There's going to be more skills, more itemization, more everything that we want and know and love in an ARPG. All those things are going to come, but like people just don't have patience. And I'm like, what the hell? What happened? What happened to people? Like, why can't it just be, a product in progress? Why can't you just give fair opinion? I mean, why resort to these kind of like very negative hate kind of feelings immediately on like day one? People are complaining for disconnections. What game doesn't have disconnections on day one? Like, are you kidding me? People are just like completely, loving to hate, and that's what I feel is happening, not just in gaming, but like across the board when we're talking about all sorts of topics, all sorts of subjects. People just always take the most extreme, point of views. And so in this case, I believe Path of Exile had a lot to do with it, because it really kind of set an insane kind of bar. If you're a Path of Exile fan, then I mean, these guys release an entire content for like a new game release every 3 months. It's crazy. I honestly don't know what POE are doing that other companies are simply unable. I have no idea what they're feeding them over there in New Zealand, but I mean they're just crazy good at making ARPGs. Like, they're absolutely insane, and nobody will come close to it. At least until somebody comes close to it. It doesn't mean that we can't enjoy or we must slay in reviews all other games and just like hate on everything. I mean, you read some of I'm not going to go through the reviews. You can go to Steam and you can check it out. But like some of these things, just they don't even make sense. You cannot have that kind of review for a game that you only played for like 3-4 hours. It doesn't make any kind of sense. You can't be that disappointed after that short of a period of time, and you can't compare it to a game like Path of Exile and have like a fair comparison, because GGG have been doing what they're doing for years and have perfected their methods, and their efficiency to this kind of point. And when a new release comes out, it's gonna come with glitches. It's gonna come with hiccups, right? And it's gonna come with disconnections, especially for the first couple of days. And usually those things are smoothened out after several days. But if like you're complaining about connections and stuff, then I mean, I don't know, man. But yeah, that's at least my opinion on the idea. Let me know what you think. Please, no hate. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.